data, whether agriculture data or healthcare data, whatever, because we are providing the true access to the data. So that way we will be able to solve whatever the job losses in the IT.
Dr. Sridhar Babuji to please come up on the stage.
Sri Sridhar Babu Garu, Honorable Minister for Information Technology, Industries and Commerce, have responsibilities in various committees in this prestigious institution ESCI. Other estimates marks a significant milestone in the journey of the Institution of Engineers, India, and its own organ, Staff College of India, that is called as. This ESCI is a self-sufficient and self-sustained entity without any profit motive. Organizations to training activities by deputing their officials for quality training agency. Today, we are not just unveiling a building, we are opening a new chapter of IISCI, one that reflects our commitment to portable space and keen a focus on sustainability, ensuring national and international significance, providing a platform for meaningful dialogue. Colleagues in the council who has given a wonderful support for all these activities. As we officially, Honorable Chief Minister, because of his busy schedule, he has given a consent and he has sent a communication
Address. And at this point in time, that a round of applause. Thank you.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. ఈరోజు వాళ్ళకి ప్రారంభోత్సవం చేస్తున్న సందర్భంలో ప్రధానంగా డాక్టర్ రంగనాథ్ ఈరోజు స్టార్టప్ ఫెస్టివల్, ఇంటర్నేషనల్ స్టార్టప్ ఫెస్టివల్కు సంబంధించి మరి ఒక ప్యాషన్ మోహన్ రెడ్డి గారు ఉన్న అనేక మంది పెద్దలు ఉన్నారు ఇక్కడ, ఫ్రమ్ డిఫరెంట్ వాక్స్ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్, వెరీ ఫేమస్ అండ్ స్కిల్స్. మరి మా ఐసియాకు సంబంధించిన వివిధ స్థాయిలో ఉన్న ఇంజనీరింగ్ అధికారులు, స్టార్టప్ ఈవెంట్కి వచ్చేసిన అనేక మంది సిఇఓస్కి, నామకరణంతో యూనికాన్, అదేవిధంగా సూనికాన్ కంటే ముందు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసిన పాత్రికేయ మిత్రులందరికీ కూడా స్వాగతం హైదరాబాద్కి అని తెలియజేస్తూ, మేము ఈరోజు ఇక్కడ దాదాపు 30 కోట్ల రూపాయలతో, అంతేనండి, 35 కోట్ల రూపాయలతో ఈ ఇంజనీర్స్కి ఈ దేశవ్యాప్తంగా అందించాలనే ఒక ప్రధానమైన ఉద్దేశంతో ట్రైనింగ్ ఇవ్వాలి. ఇక్కడ ఒక కాలేజీని ఏర్పాటు చేసుకొని దాదాపు 4 దశాబ్దాల క్రితం ఇక్కడ ఈ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ని ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేయవలసిన ఈ కార్యక్రమం మరి చాలా ముఖ్యమైన పనిలో ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు రాలేకపోయిన తరుణంలో మా మోహన్ రెడ్డి గారికి మేము చేసే ప్రయత్నంలో వారు భాగస్వాములు అవుతూ ఉన్నారు. ప్రధానంగా డాక్టర్ రంగనాథ్ గారు, రామేశ్వరరావు గారు చెప్తా ఉన్నారు, వారి గవర్నింగ్ బోర్డు కూడా ఆమోదం తెలియజేయడం జరిగిందని వారికి హృదయపూర్వక. అండ్ విత్ ఆల్ హిస్ రిగర్, విత్ ఆల్ హిస్ స్ట్రెంగ్త్ అండ్ విత్ ద ప్యాషన్ టు ద సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అండ్ ద టెక్నాలజీ, he has come back, and I really take lessons from J. Chaudhary garu, because he is not only onto the platform but also sees that the companies come in other part of the state, erstwhile state. So this shows the magnanimity of its time. I think he is doing a bus yatra also regarding this. So he has certain visionary. Absolutely, I am a minister for IT and industries over here. Many startups not only among the agriculture industries are also here. Many startups from different mechanical fields. How do we really engulf all of them and partner with, a state can partner with them and foster their growth for tomorrow's world? This is where our government would like to strengthen them at this point of juncture and for their innovation. And I believe this startup, the meeting of all the startups over here, which creating supply chain mechanism over here plays a very important and major role over here. Many people with lots of vision may make and come up with startups. They produce, their productions will be there. Startups. In the supply, if the product is niche, and ultimately if they don't find the market, they become redundant over a period of time, and their product never will be. These sort of events I see definitely will fetch most of the startups to see a level playing field for them to exhibit, who always tend to see in terms of, state has to get something. But here you are not seeing anything. Pro bono, you are to, really congratulate all of their team, all of their team. Told that 15 member countries who are in this startup festival have come here. And many startup companies are here. Many CEOs of, successful companies and many innovation-led entrepreneurs are sitting over here. So I wish to see them all. I've been saying to my ICA team who have been working from behind, from forward, and Mohan Reddy Garu. Over a period of time, unicorns over here in this part of India. But if I see our sister states, where we see some sort of a gap. So how we can really propel this? Not so easy. When, all the elders were just where we would like to set our footstep, that path. So right now, with the elders sitting over here who are into that technological consortium, International Artificial Intelligence, very big, huge meeting over here where many talented, many big corporates, many big wigs of AI who have been into AI, their expertise into our dreams and make one huge global AI city which we are planning to build in the city of Hyderabad, that is Telangana. In the process, we have held a global AI convention. The basic objective of global AI convention over the year is here where I would like to take, in terms of our software experts. Back offices, capital of many big corporates who over here, and the new technologies like AI, tomorrow the cyber security or data analytics, create some environment in the AI city. The propelling environment we are going to create, and we would like tomorrow's all, product companies, and shall host all the research and development, especially for taking up this very big event and many more events to come in Hyderabad. And with this, I congratulate everybody here, parts of the globe and different parts of India, to come and would like to partner with
Babuji, at this point in time, we would also like to do a product launch, ISF, that's NutriViz, which has developed a line of multi-nutrient health mixes to make nutrition affordable, accessible to all sections of society.
At a foundation, I don't know how many people knows that ISF is a very poor foundation without of large companies. I request our core volunteers to come onto the dais and have a photograph with Honorable Minister. No, he doesn't have time. But after he leaves, we'll do the stuff.
Committed to make nutrition affordable and available for all. People are in India. We are here to tackle this massive global crisis affecting 180 a reality. We need energy and focus. Research has of milk with our mix can give 80% of daily nutrients to kids, completing the spectrum of essential strength through calcium and iron from ragi. We have surveyed over 100 height and weight impact of 80% and 15% kids had positive impact in
the Honorable IT Minister and also one of our dearest friends to many of us right here for the entrepreneurs. Thank you.
इधर ही खड़े रहो तो फोटो में आएंगे नहीं उधर फोटो में नहीं आओगे आप नहीं इधर ही हो नहीं आई एम आल्सो
core volunteers to move out. The startups will come and take a picture.
May I request all the core volunteers to please move out so that the startup core team to please step out.
I request Madam Sangeeta Reddy Garu to come and occupy the chair. Please come, Madam. Please come. Mr. Amit Gupta, who is the Thai Global President. Request him to give a talk.
he just finished
Yeah.
he just finished when you're receiving the minister.
Okay.
Can I also request all of you to please be seated?
Ladies, gents, young entrepreneurs, all tired with all our bhashan. They want to go now. Anyway, I just want asked us, we're doing this, come here. Then I said, there's so many things happening, T-Hub doing something, IIT doing something, ISB doing something, IIIT doing something. This is another one kind of thing. But I'm very pleased to tell me something. That's a wonderful experience. And they were actually to buy that product. And then I was actually telling them, I think these kids look much better than these engineers that we have in the engineering colleges. Most of them just go, they don't know why they are there. But these children, there's one of them before I go home. And that's the kind of spirit. Then I was coming out of that place and I see that gentleman here in that wheelchair. I don't know how many of them have actually, we feel a little bit low, whatever the reason. I think we should look at him and get the inspiration. But it's something to see. It's okay, fine, you see the guys, IITs, MITs kind of people. But the people coming from the smallest of the, bought few of them, but there are two of them really impressed me. So I just asked coffee plus things. There's another gentleman trying to do this, the kind of maker's lab kind of stuff. Come into these unicorns and all the yellow newspapers that we have, for them it's not very exciting. The true spirit of this International Startup Foundation's work that is being reflected here.
Raj P. Narayanan, founder and executive chairman Zaggle, to please come up on the stage and speak a few words.
To him, to make me a part of this Sangharsh. And this is something, which India initiative, and I am very, very thankful, to him for giving me the opportunity. Thank you so much for all the dignitaries on the dais. They are...
Mohan Reddy, founders, chairman Sign, to please come up and speak a few words for all of us.
This evening, I'm sure you heard many people. The hall also is a reflection of how tired people are. I am primarily here to congratulate are very critical for furthering the startup ecosystem in our state, in our country. Today, certainly goes, the credit goes to Mr. J. Chowdhury. Congratulations, Chowdhury Garu. To the urban India at this point of time. I keep speaking about number of jobs. But there's enough people have read about. You need 1 million jobs every month, approximately 10 million jobs every year. Given the demographic dividend that we do into research, you'll find that 60% of these new jobs, net new jobs that get created in any part of the world, whether it's advanced countries or evolving countries at this juncture, are all done small and medium enterprises. So if you now go back and do the math, I won't do that for you right now, but you will require 50,000 startups every year in this country. Cannot happen just with one city, one town. It has to be a movement that is going to be there all around this nation. And I think the environment could not be any better than what it is, talking all about the initiatives that they did. I certainly admire him for the last just about 4 months to do a 5th one, which is the quality movement very soon. So is the case with the government of India. The Viksit Bharat is a good ambition to have. Will reach the ambition or not is, I'm not too sure I'll be around there by that time. But more importantly, state as well as the center. But the most important aspect is this technology in our lives. I've been in this industry for the last 50 years. I'm celebrating my 50 years with this industry. My first rendezvous with computers. Mark was a good friend of mine. He was the guy who was the founder of Netscape. He was then running Silicon Graphics as CTO. He told he was working on. I built my entrepreneurship on this particular fact, that is the second inflection point. About AI coming in, AI becoming, but it took a long time because it was not just writing algorithms is what is important. It's important that we had that complete infrastructure to make sure that we had computing, we had communication, we had data gathering, data storing, and then finally write the algorithms. So that's very important for all the events to happen, because if you truly believe that this 50,000 startups have to happen, many is trying to create an ecosystem for entrepreneurship. We're training people in entrepreneurship, create that entrepreneurs, all the very best. Again, congratulations, Chaudhary Garu, for doing this event. Thank you. Thank you.
To please share a few words for International Startup Festival. And you could continue the honor by clapping.
By saying that I completely echo everything that Srini and Mohan Garu said. Chaudhary Garu, the staff, and so it's completely, such a given. Just to highlight the last 3 weeks, I'm being called upon to speak to the CEO of multinational companies, because they are coming into India saying, please help us understand it. How do we support? They all want the same thing, but so I see your innovation, your passion on the healthcare sector. We have over 3 billion people in the world who do not get adequate access to care. We have technology solutions which are capable of delivering that care, but whether it's due to cost or acceptance or ease of use, whatever it is, some of the most amazing software is built in some countries, but when you look at their healthcare software, it's not very great. And there is so much that can be done, and I'm looking at the space with the Internet of Medical Things, edge computing, AI, and I just think there is so much that can be done. So let me congratulate all of you for focusing on not just job creation or personal wealth, but in making a difference to the world. And as you do that, as you go about touching lives and improving the world, I just want to commit that if you're looking at the healthcare space, Apollo hospitals, we not only employ but and have over 10,000 beds and have grown. But one point I want to tell you about the entrepreneur who began it. He started his journey when he was 50 years old. So you don't have to be very young to start an entrepreneurial journey. You can be an entrepreneur at any stage in your life. But the time is now, and the purpose and solving a problem and making a difference is really the most important, and not compromising on the solution and the technology you use because you need to build solutions that last. Let me wish you all the very best. Congratulate Dr. Chaudhary and all the amazing people who are in this audience. Thank you and namaste.
Thank you, Dr. Sangeeta Reddy, and making it here, even though Harapanahalli, to please come up on the stage and introduce us to the shortlisted top 50 pitches that we have shortlisted. Just to give you information, we had 50 that came in, and the top 50 are here. I will leave the stage to Deenanath to please do the honors.
Hello, everybody. So, give me just a second. So, I will summarize this, and I'll also follow the theme of brevity on this one. But I do want to take some time for something very important, which is to recognize the heroes of the day. You're all the dignitaries of the day. There, Jay actually keeps making things very, 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 very difficult for the, the volunteering team here, because he keeps, every time we hit a standard, then he takes it another 3 notches, and then we, we sit there scratching our heads, how are we going to do this? So last time when the, when the ISF was over, he actually set a target saying, Dina, next time we need to have at least 53,000 startups. And I said, Jay, impossible. That's about half the startups that are there in the country right now. How are you going to get to them? So no, we have to at least reach out to them, get them, send the word out to them, and find a way to bring the best of the best. And then we have a certain standard. It's not like best of the best, as Mr. Srini Raju was telling, that the IITs and the IIMs, that is not the definition of the best. Who is best for what we are doing? Who will actually serve this purpose? So we actually hit that goal. I mean, we get these 6 a.m., 4 a.m. sometimes calls from Jay saying, did we hit the number yet? Did we hit the number yet? And this started 8 months ago. So we finally hit the number someday, okay? And I thought we were done, and then the number actually kept increasing. So it's gone beyond that, but 53,700 is where I said, you know what? We got what we needed to start with. Now, thank you. So we actually started putting, eating much of the, dog food ourselves. So put a lot of technology to use. You couldn't have done, humanly, the effort of screening all of them. And so ended up getting to about the top 800-900 about a couple of months ago. And then we said, now we get to the top 50 who will come here today. They actually pitched today. When a lot was going on in this auditorium in the morning, there were multiple pitch sessions going on in the side buildings. There are about 140 jury members who are actually sitting there. These are actually angel investors in our network, ISF Angel Network, several VCs, etc. They all screen them. Now, I want to do 2 things. One, recognize the teams, the startups that really, really did well, and these investors came back in a very methodical manner. We issue them a scorecard, we allow our tools to rank them. So who are those top 10? I'll read out some names. Some of these guys actually had to catch an early flight. They only planned for the first part of the day, because that's when they're pitching, right? So 1 or 2 we may be missing here, but I still want to recognize as many of them as possible. So guys, I'll read out the names. If you're here, please do come and stand. I want you to stand behind these chairs and take, and we'll have I think the cameras are ready, so we can take so I just want to make sure you guys can take the pictures, right? I don't want to get everything ready and then find that the camera is not there, all right? And then I want to get